Yes, family, good morning, good morning. How are y'all doing? Hopefully you guys can hear me loud and clear. If you guys can, begin to drop those cities in the chat. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Let me know how you guys are feeling. Alright, we will be with you guys in just 2 moments, but drop those cities, family. Hopefully y'all doing well. We'll be with you soon. Alright. Let's see who we got in the chat, family. Good morning, all. We got that boy Walter in chat. Look at that boy. First person in the chat today, and he's new to the stream, right? Shout out to you, my guy. We got Tammy, we got our girl XA in here, we got Tyson, Cody, Jamaica, Ayub, we got Tammy says, can you tell me the name of this music again, please? This is just, I guess, considered lo-fi hip-hop is what it's called on YouTube. But the genre overall is just lo-fi. I kind of play the same mix. It's about a 12-hour mix. I can send you the link if you really want it. But it's good music for the mind in the morning, right? Especially when you're as tired as I am right now. Let's see. We got Jude in the chat, Alex, Tammy again. We got Alex, Jamie, that boy Devin. I see we got the boy Abel in the chat as well as on the call. King Lions. Well, we got Raleigh, North Carolina. Excuse me. In the chats, pretty heavy today. Let's go. Free Zone Lou, Julian. We got Christian, Kimmy. Got Bitcoin Mommy in the house. Jide, Manchester, UK. Okay, let's go. Good morning. How y'all feeling? All right, let me know how you guys are feeling this morning. We got Michael Bauman. I'm over here in the upstate New York. Yeah, right. Shout out to the upstate New York team. Let's see. Let me know how you guys are feeling. Listen, we just have some news pop off. I was just actually consuming some of this data here that just came in. We did just have some housing numbers come in. As I told you guys on Sunday, I don't particularly care about housing numbers. We did have, I think there was some unemployment numbers too, right? Yeah, initial jobless claims, which came out below forecast and below previous. Let me just share my screen here so you guys can actually see what I'm looking at. But yeah, some of this data did come out. It's pretty mixed, nothing too crazy. I think it did send the dollar on a little bit of a initial rally, which is like already kind of faded off, but we'll take a look at that in a second. As far as the rest of the day, there are some speeches, but as you guys know, there's only really one event here that I'm gonna care about, and that's gonna be this yen inflation rate, which is, to no surprise to me, widely expected to increase. You know, according to the Bank of Japan, that's not a problem, but we'll explore all that. But that is later today, guys. That's probably the only major news you have remaining. Again, some of these speeches could bring in some volatility, but generally speaking, I'm not going to be too concerned about them. There's been speeches all throughout the week. But let's just see how everybody's feeling in the chat real quick before we jump on the charts. Tammy says, yes, please send it to me. Okay, absolutely, I got you. I also seen you tagged me in the community, Tammy. I've been a little busy. I wasn't able to get to it. But if you need to DM me about what you had a problem with, I'll be more than happy to help you. I just was a little preoccupied yesterday with some stuff. Let's see who else we got in the chat. We got more Manchester, UK, Portugal. Easy Pip Sniper in the building. Let's see, we got Montreal, New Jersey. Bitcoin mommy's in grind mode. I feel you. Miami in the house. Good morning from Vermont. Spike got me worried. I don't worry too much, bro. What you worried about? Bro, what you worried about? I don't think the market's moved that much. We'll take a look in a second, though. Let's see. We got blessed and feeling good. Morning from Spain. Look at that boy traveling. I'm proud of you, my guy. You guys didn't know my boy Mick in the chat there. He built a van and he's living that van life right now. So his morning from might change depending on the day. But shout out to that boy. I'm glad you got in an area with some connectivity finally. Hopefully the road is treating you good, my bro. Let's see. We got Montreal, Canada. We got Luke in the building. Easy Pip Sniper jumping right into it. High sell volume on gold, but no reaction. Yeah. We'll take a look. How do you guys sign up for Friday's class? That's super easy. You're going to literally just want to take this link that I'm about to drop in the chat. And today is like the last day you guys could basically sign up because the call is tomorrow. So here, let me spam this to you guys. Sorry, you guys are going to see a little inception there for a second. But, yeah, if you use that link, you guys can sign up. You will get an email. If you didn't get an email confirming your seat, you probably put your email in wrong. So just make sure you guys double check that. But let's turn down this music. Let's get into some charts. Actually, before we even get into the charts, Kyle, Abel, I know you guys are on the call. You guys want to say what's up to the family real quick?
What's up?
What's good? How y'all feeling, family? How y'all feeling? Honestly, I'm excited. Everybody drop. How y'all feeling in the chat? I'm definitely excited for this session. I'm looking at some stuff, so I'll definitely keep you guys updated.
Yeah, I'll let you get to that in a second. I got a few things I want to just quickly kind of go over. Abel, did you want to throw anything on here real quick? You want to talk about Friday maybe for a second?
Friday is pretty much going to go as planned, as we've been talking about. We're going to be hosting. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I don't know why I keep on making these coffee runs at this time, but so Friday's going to be pretty lit. We're going to have an hour and a half session together, and we're going to really break down a lot of key things, guys, that I feel like most traders overlook. And that's probably the reason why most traders don't get the results, right? So we're going to go ahead and break down a lot of key concepts, a lot of key ideas that can really take your trading to the next level. All right, but before we even get into anything moving forward, guys, right, I want you guys in the chat, right? I don't know if we've done this. I'm pretty sure we have, right? But I want you guys to write in the chat what your guys' biggest goal for this year is, right, when it relates to trading as a whole, all right? Just because I really want to see where everybody's mindset at. I want to see where everybody, where they're at in terms of their phases, right? So go ahead and drop your goals for 2023 when it relates to trading in the chat so that I can go ahead and take a look at it myself. But that's all I got.
Yes, sir. Let's see what we got in the chat for some. I just dropped my goal in the chat. You already know. I need that 7-figure year. I don't know about y'all, but that's where my mind be at, Let's see what else we got in the chat though. Somebody says Eric out here selling an old phone with MT4 on it. That had me dead, bro. No cap. Let me see. So we got consistency in the chat to be a 6-figure consistent profitable trader and pass my assessment. Let's see, love it. Oh yeah, a lot of hit 6 figures, master my discipline. That's a great goal, right? If you don't end the year net profit, if you could just end it expressing massive discipline, that's a big win. That's even almost better than the money, because with that comes the money, right? 20% each month. Not a bad goal. Not a bad goal. I don't know if that's funded or not, but remember, guys, you don't have to shoot for the moon. 20% is a lot, man. You guys can even do 8% a month. You guys are outperforming a lot of major institutions. Granted, they deal with a lot more capital, but we'll get to that. Let's see. Follow my trading plan of $5 million in funding. Sheesh, let's go, Devin. Let's see. 6 figures. Leave my 9 to 5 so I can coach my daughter's softball team. That's a lit goal. All right, more time with the family is key. I know that boy Abel could relate to that heavy. I want to be able to manage 6 figures trading. Beautiful. Let's get you funded, my guy. Go full-time trading Forex and crypto. Mick, yeah, we've been working on that, bro. We gonna get you there. We gonna get you there. Your mindset is gonna be nice and refreshed after that trip. Century said, "Jude's already out here taking USD CAD. I love it. Learn and grow my account to do this full time. My goal is to be consistent with being profitable. 6-figure year. Eurus Kyle loading. Shout out that boy Kyle. My goals are to get funded, hit 5 figures with trading. Beautiful. 100K a year, at least 5 figures. Yeah, a lot of people want to hit that high five, that six. Remember, guys, too. I talk about this a lot. Like, you really don't like. Don't get me wrong. Hitting six is nice, but again, like and I talked about this with the people that kind of won like the little giveaway webinar that we did. Like, keep it in mind, family. Like, even if you can just replace 50% of your job income, that could do major wonders for your finances, right? Even if you don't hit that 6-figure year, but you end up in even like the 20, 30, 40 extra a year, that's really like that first step to getting freedom from the job. And obviously, if you work a job that makes more money, if you're already making 6 figures a year at your job, then clearly you need to shoot a little bit higher. The situation going to be different for everybody. I was working part-time retail before I went to this, so that income was a lot easier to replace than somebody that might be solidified in their career. But just remember, man, like every little bit helps. If you're making 60K a year at your job, but you can add another 30K, 40K just from trading, it may not be better than your job, but the combination of both could be very powerful. So, don't underestimate just a little bit extra too. I always tell you guys, shoot for the moon, but at the same time, you also want to be bound to reality of what a little bit can do for you. You'll be surprised. You really will be. We got to pay for these eggs somehow, family. Eggs are getting a little
That's
too
a fact.
expensive. Yeah, if anything, you
An extra
gotta.
$1,000 a month, guys, can really, really help. Like, a lot of people would literally be avoiding a lot of issues by simply adding an extra $1,000 to their income, right? So, I really love what you just said, Skaggs. That is so true.
Yeah, man, that's gotta be the first goal, is to just slowly replace. Everybody wants to jump the gun and hit the major goal of just 6 figures, but again, if you do the math on it, right? Just do the math, right? We're almost at the end of January, so to hit 6 figures, guys, you need to be making at least like 8.5 a month, and that's like not including taxes and fees and all this other nonsense. Let's just call it like 10 a month. So if you're already all the way through January and you're not at the point where you've already kind of cleared 10K, again, you might want to realign or readjust, because you don't want to like make it like too difficult where you get basically like unmotivated to continue. But nonetheless, guys, those are all fantastic goals. I'm not here to tell you guys what
I mean,
to do.
it really just comes back to one thing that we always talk about, right? Give yourself realistic expectations when you're in the process of this journey. Now we're not saying that you can't, make 10K in a month, right? But to do it consistently, but yet you're not able to make $100 consistently in a month. It's kind of giving yourself unrealistic expectations, right? So, take your time with this. Give yourself realistic, obtainable goals, so that when you are able to hit those consistently, it's only going to motivate you to keep on increasing it, right? But going from 0 to 6 figures right away, that's very, very hard to do.
Yeah, I mean, trust me, that's like that's how we started, right? That's the promise that we were given when we started, was like, oh, Abel probably won't remember this, but the first person we really started to learn from, basically told us to write a check to ourselves for $100,000, and we were gonna cash it, the next year. I'll tell you right now, I did not cash that next year.
Neither did I. The crazy thing is, I still have that check though in my wallet, which is the craziest thing. Even though after I already obtained 6 figures, I still keep that in my wallet. I need to actually just add another 0 to it at this point.
I give you props for even still having it, because I'm being honest with you, I don't even think I ever wrote it. It's probably why I never achieved it that year, but it is what it is. The journey is an interesting thing, guys. It takes time. But yeah, let's jump into these charts, family. There's a few things that I want to update you guys on. I do still remain short EU from yesterday. You guys know, we did get stopped out yesterday. We did take that little bit of a loss. I did end up re-entering the market. I don't know if everybody's in this with me. I know a few other people took it. I didn't officially recall it, but I am still short EU, obviously. Still short gold as well. Gold did not hit our stop losses yesterday. We readjusted our stops to these levels. They were originally 1930, but after it moved in our favor, we kind of readjusted them to the highs. At this point, I am break even on these. I do still kind of expect gold to maybe pull back to this 1917 area. This is kind of where I was expecting my overnight pullbacks to come back to. It looks like we reached for it, but we didn't quite take it. So, and then now this morning, again, too, we just had the news and we just kind of swept some more highs and we're fading off. So maybe we don't get this. It is a possibility. The reason I also say this is because the same level I was looking at on EU did get swept overnight. So, at this point, I'm still just looking for continuations to the downside here. I'm not really, too concerned with looking for much more of a pullback. So I don't really see too much of an entry that we could take on these. I mean, gold might still be in a playable area here. We'll take a look at that as it kind of develops. GJ is a trade that I am hedged on at this point, so I do have my sells from up here, but I also kind of degenerately made some buys down here last night. But I am looking for this to push up a little bit more, and I will be looking to exit my buys and go back in on my sells, because remember, we do have that inflation news coming out later for the yen, and I do fully expect that to continue this momentum to the downside. Again, I talked about how this news move here, how I really just did not believe in it. We've completely erased this. The bounce from the erase of that is, pretty obvious to me usually. So, just waiting for it to capture some more liquidity up here, and I'll be looking to kind of take that back to the downside. Optimally, I'd be able to get like up here, Again, I wouldn't want it to come too close to my entry, but I would be looking at something like this for continuation tonight. That would be like my preferred kind of setup. Again, I am hoping that it still pops this line so I can get out of my buys. But if this breaks back below here, I'm probably going to just have to exit my buys because I want the money. And I would rather have that exposure to the sell side, right? I would rather be short on this than buying. That's just me personally. Again, to each their own with this, but I still remain bearish. So those are the only two setups I really have. Again, I'm going to wait for GJ to pull back a little bit more. Gold, optimally, we might have to chase this one if we do want to get in, but we should be in from yesterday. So I don't really have too many executable trades, to be honest. Like a lot of the stuff that I gave you guys yesterday, like I said, is going to be stuff that we're going to be looking for lower on. I'm going to continue to, look for these deeper corrections down to like 107 and below. On EU, I'm really looking at EU coming down and testing like the 106.70 area. Again, we had a really nice sweep of liquidity yesterday. There's no reason for me to assume buying is going to happen on this until we sweep some sort of other liquidity. And there's just no liquidity like this liquidity down at 106.70. This wick might do a reaction, but ultimately, again, this thing is destined for 106.70 in my opinion. Gold, I think we're looking at 1850. Yeah, so basically below here. So, there's a lot of room on these, and I would rather just hold what we have. Than try to chase stuff around. But that is really all I have for the day. There wasn't really too much else I was looking at. The NASDAQ and indices I know are very interesting to some people. But again, I still believe this has further to go. And then once we kind of can liquidate this area down here, which is 11,200, which again may happen this week. But we probably will even break through this a little bit more to the downside. So again, I'm still expecting these pullbacks to continue, and then after these, give us what we want, then we will begin to resume our buying. But yeah, that's really all I see. I don't know if Kyle has USD CAD that he wants to go over. Let me just check in with the chat real quick. All right. See people still dropping their goals. My 2023 goal is to invest at least 30% of my earnings consistently into my portfolio and get my teenager more consistent in his earnings. That's a good goal too, bro. Put him on, or her, put them on. Definitely get them started early, because by 25, 27, their life could definitely be easy on autopilot.
I mean, we have a great example right here with Kyle. He started at 15. So if you want somebody to even speak with your teenagers, we got somebody on the squad that literally started as a teenager himself, and now he's growing into a man. I had an emotional moment the other day when I was talking to Kyle. I'm like, bro, it's crazy. Like, I damn near watched you grow up. It is
Yeah, that's
amazing
a
to see.
fact.
It's
This
amazing
boy
to
Yo,
be a
really
part
is.
of.
Yeah, shout out to you, Kyle.
yeah, man, it's crazy, man. I grew up around 30-year-olds and 25-year-olds instead of my high school friends. So I mean, it's cool, man. Honestly, if we should do like a teenagers only call, man. Anybody that's a teenager, young adult, looking to go ahead to get started on making six figures, making seven figures. Trading is the only sensible way because you won't have access to you won't need access to a car or moving around or just like a lot of limitations that people have. So trading is the way, especially for young adults looking to go ahead and make money, looking to go ahead and start a business. We should definitely set up a call like that. And if y'all want me to talk to some of y'all teenagers, man, I'll be down to do so and take some time out of my day, no matter what, especially for
Yeah,
the
to be
crowd.
honest, I mean, like not even just from the money making aspect, but just from the financial literacy aspect is huge. Just learning about things, concepts like risk to reward, compound interest, um, just little things like that can change the whole trajectory. Even if they decide that trading specifically isn't for them, there's a lot of lessons inside of trading that could be applied just to, again, standard money management practices. So yeah, at the very least, like, again, even if they express no interest in trading, it's the financial literacy part that's the important part. Because again, I doubt the school system has changed much since we've went through it, but I'm pretty sure they're not teaching any of this stuff. So they might have taught you how like a checkbook works, as if that matters in 2023. But yeah, it's kind of where they stopped there. So let's see, brother Joseph, how you doing, bro? Good morning, Prophet Society and like-minded individuals. Sacktown Cali in the house as always. We appreciate you, my guy.
So
Love the support.
honestly, if can I get calls for a second, guys?
Yeah. Oh my God, my bad. Keep forgetting to give you guys that. Let's see what this boy
Man,
Kyle got on his charts.
so honestly, guys, it's really sad I couldn't get y'all into USD CAD today. But shout out to Jude. I know he's always up early. And it's always the people that's up early, like 8 a.m. sharp, 7 a.m. sharp, and are looking at some of this stuff that we look at pre-session. And I was really playing this, to be honest. It's already flowing crazy. The only next possible sensible entry would be to play this, especially since we broke this range. The only sensible next entry would be there for you guys looking. I'll keep you guys updated as such. Now, what's crazy? I am like gonna be a little bit of a double-edged sword here and look on the bullish side of EU today. I know we've been riding buys for a very long time, and I would love to go short on this thing. Honestly, I did not catch this entry yesterday that Skaggs and Abel did, so I'm not even hurt, but shout out to you guys that are in profit on that. Now, my next possible sensible sell entry would be to play this, and this is something that we can get today. Like, to be honest, um, maybe the 9:30 open can give us something like this, and I can look to go short. But with that being said, honestly, I really do kind of like buys from this region, just due to the fact that, let's just be honest, like we haven't really got like a clear break of structure on the DXY. And I really like this feed of the dollar as well. Like for you guys that use the DXY TVC feed on the trading view, I also want you to look into the Dow Jones DXY index. And this gives like a really clean setup of liquidity being swope, and us playing this candle right here is something that I see that even though I do want to see higher inefficiencies fill up here before we could take another swing position down, we have to understand that we don't have to get that. We really don't have to. It can literally just the market can just decide that it wants to just keep going, and I know that. So, I will play a little bit of a low risk buy attempt on EU. It's literally from the entry I got in at. I got in around here, so I was running a 13 pip stop. If you guys are looking to go ahead and get in this thing, I do want to let you guys know that that is my risk to reward. So, it's literally about 10 pips already in profit. So if you would, enter on this thing, you would have like a 20 pip risk. So just keep that in mind. You guys don't even have to take it because I know a lot of you guys are already in profit on EU sells. Why even take it? Because you guys are already up a bag. Makes no sense. This is kind of just for me, based off of the fact that I kind of missed my EU entry, and it's giving me my confirmations, it's giving me my edge. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it. That's just me. And like I said, you guys don't even have to take it. It's up to you. The only reason I really like this is because we are sitting at the daily open. It gives me a lot of the confirmations that like we have the daily open that we're sitting at right now. We are feeling this inefficiency. Now we have a new 4-hour candle opening in 1 minute. So the reaction we get here is very, very key. The next 4-hour candle has to, engulf damn near. So it has to be a quick move. It can't be something that stalls for too long. I'm also really playing the fact that this right here is a candle. Another big confirmation. The candle that I have marked is a candle that takes out liquidity and rebalances price action. So that's something I do go over in my course. The fact that candles that take out liquidity and rebalance price action is candles that I really like to play. So this candle right here took out a lot of liquidity. I like the fact that this candle right here took out a lot of liquidity. And at the end of the day, on the 15-minute, a higher time frame, it would look like we're playing this candle right here. That's exactly basically what we're playing. This candle. And, at the end of the day, as soon as we do break structure, I'm going break even right here. Like literally, as soon as we break 1.0381, like I said, we're already 10 pips in profit. So, I am expecting to see maybe at the 9:30 open, we can break that and then go break even. And then, we'll go ahead and reevaluate once we get up here and see how the reaction in the market shows itself, whether we can continue bullish, it can really be a fact of the matter that we can just break through this. That's why, I'm kind of hoping for that. But if we don't break through this, like I said, I'm going to be monitoring the reaction that we get up here and maybe looking to exit at around a 1 to 3 and, go ahead and start looking short side again. But yeah, like I said, guys, this is more of an intraday setup. Do not look to swing this at all. This is, like I said, this is an intraday setup that I really liked, that gave me all the confirmations I needed. Like I said, it had, number one, we have structure in our favor. We have the daily open in our favor. We have time in our favor. We have this candle that takes out traders in our favor. And we have imbalance up here that needs to be filled before we can look to short again. Right? I wouldn't be shorting right here. I would like to short up here. So, if I get my confirmations, yeah, this, like I said, great buy to sell potential right here. Right, 1 to 3, catch your little bag and go about your day. But yeah, I mean, I really would have liked to got you guys in up here, but this is just a great case study for all you guys. I want you guys to study USD CAD, right? The fact that obviously we want it to come up to these higher imbalances, but I want you guys to understand that, you know, we were actually forming like a little bit of a distribution schematic right here. Got our spring. And like honestly, it already completed, but I want you to understand, like, I want you to understand that once it does break out of that
I'm
range,
so disappointed you're not using my schematics.
I have your schematic. Oh my god, bro. All right. I swear to God, I'm
Nah,
coming
it's okay. It's okay. But you should look up a type 2 because that's the correct schematic. I'm gonna just be a white off nerd and tell you that right now that's not the right schematic.
Yeah, that's a raw one.
You
All
need a
right.
type you need a type 2. Just type in type 2.
Type 2. All right,
Oh
bet.
no, oh well, never mind. Yeah, just type in type 2.
And it's showing me accumulation.
No, 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 no,
Uh,
no. Go all the way to the right, all the way to the right, all the way to the right, all the way to the right.
oh, okay, okay. There we go. So yeah, what we're getting is this is basically us like a sign of weakness, right? It's giving us a retest of the bottom of the range. Now again, can we come up and trade towards the midpoint of the range, which is really the highest and the best probable entry? Yes, like we can still come up there, but you know, based off of the reaction that we're getting, like, you know, I'm gonna just play this like I play every trade. Once we do hit at about a 3% profit, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and look to start scaling out.
That thing is falling nasty, bro. To be
Yeah,
honest,
maybe
is
I
that
should.
is that can you just do me a favor? Can you go to any other CAD pair real quick? Cause I just want to see like that's got to be moving off CAD strength. There's no way that's dollar weakness.
How about we do odd CAD?
Yeah, I mean anything, any CAD pair. I just wanna
How
interesting.
about we do
Use something that's not AUD. AUD is trash. No, that's even no. Use EuroCAD. Let's go check out EuroCAD.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
probably yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, you got. Are you swinging that or what are you doing, bro? I'm kind of mad I missed that trade. Nah, no cap.
I mean,
I need to stay in tune with Kyle.
at
Let me
this
get a
point,
dollar sign if you guys are in with Kyle. If you guys grabbed it from the community chat or anything, cause I just need to know that y'all not sleeping on Kyle. That's all.
I mean, yo, you know what's crazy, man? I really am getting close to probably like only trading USD CAD. The only thing that's holding me back is the fact that like the lot sizes are not as it's not like regular Euro USD and GBP USD. Like I don't know if you guys
Correct. You
noticed,
just
but like
use a calculator, bro, and up the lot size a little bit. Cause
you know,
you're right. Like some pairs do pay a little different, and I guess because we went over this the other day, I guess like USD CAD is not a dollar per point 10 or not $10 per standard. It's like what's it like $8 or something like that. It's like 20% different. So yeah, you just gotta instead of dropping a standard, you might need to drop like a 1.25. We I mean we had this conversation, bro, before we got on stream. You know exactly what you gotta do. You just gotta up
yo,
that boy a little bit.
you know it's crazy that's a fact, man. And you know what? This is the year that I upped the lot sizes double because of Skags. So like y'all remember, y'all see my lot sizes getting up. Skags told me to up it. So let's do it. I'm excited. And you know what? That's a fact, bro. If USD CAD is my pair, I might as well just stick with it.
You're still in that EU, right?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Interesting, because I kind of maybe want to add on to gold.
Okay, well, go ahead, bro. Honestly, I'll take it
No,
as
I know,
well.
trust me, I'm not going to let you stop me, but I'm just curious, chat, curious. What do you see on, I see, so you look at gold right now, bro, what do you see? Like, what would your plan be?
My plan on something like this, now, I would love to really just play this Yeah, I mean, I like that. But like like I mean it's very tricky because I know you're looking at this and I'm looking at this too.
Nah, that's not what I'm looking. I'm looking at the wick fill. That little candle ain't gonna do nothing. What we're testing right now. I'm looking at the wick fill.
Okay. So
Once
yeah,
that
if you're
wick
not
fills, I'm probably gonna strike this. Yeah, no, that
no,
little candle in there, that's not a again, that's to me that's not an OB on that little inside of that wick that is below that we're testing right now. That's nothing. That's just a little that's just nonsense. The wick fill is more important to me. Yeah, I'd be looking at something like that personally.
I'll be looking at higher. I want to see price clear 1930 before we go short.
Do you? Yeah, that's a
geez,
concern.
that's a
That's what
very
I would.
bold
That's
claim.
It's not even bold. I mean, I
Nah,
just
it's
look
not
at it
that
from.
bold. It's not
I
that
just look
bold.
at it from where it make the most sense in order for us to clear enough liquidity for this thing to react in the way that I think we want to look for. So that's what I would want to see, that 1930 get cleared, create the UTAD, for you Wyckofians, UTAD, and then from there we go ahead and we start going into phase D. Don't act like I don't know my Wyckoff neither, fellas. I know my Wyckoff. Right, but that's what I would want to see just based off what it looks like right now. It looks like it's creating a type 1, I think that's what Skaggs would call it. Type 1 type
Yeah,
of Wyckoff schematic.
if it breaks
We create
1930 and comes back down, yeah, that's a type 1.
Yeah, so that's what I would personally be looking for gold. Just to throw my 2 cents in there.
Yeah, I don't know. My thing is like EU kind of already like EU looks ready to fall. I mean, I know Kyle recently bought it, and I'm going to apologize.
Yep.
Obviously, I'm bearish a lot of these things. I mean, I'm also bullish them, but today at the end of this week, I'm bearish these things. So it's like EU looks ready. So it's like I do see what Abel sees. Like obviously, if it doesn't react off the wick fill, then yeah, it might go for like 1930, which would be pretty disappointing. I don't know though. I do think it has chance to turn around right after this wick fill though, because also the time of day. It's like we're just getting into 9:30. EU's already looking like pretty questionable. So I don't know. There's just a what I want and what the market's gonna give me are two different things. So I would take 1930. I just think that the opportunity is approaching personally. Let me see though, chat. What do you guys think? Let's get some opinions from the chat. Let's see. What do you guys see on gold? Are you guys bullish, bearish gold? Are you already in or you're not in? You're looking to get in? All right, where the gold traders at? Fill us in, family.
Let's see.
There's a few people that already said stuff. 1914, 55 is what I said. That's like here. I see 1950. Oh, that boy Chris. What's going on, Chris, man? Good to see you in the chat, bro. That boy looking at 1950. Yeah, he might be looking a little bit at a higher time frame. I would probably be in alignment with that, but because I know that boy's looking at it from a swing perspective for sure. Same as Abel. Let's see. 4-hour trend still intact. Yeah, I'm aware the trend's still intact. There's echo. Yeah, guys. The echo only happens when I don't have my mic muted. I'm sorry. That's the only time the echo happens because my mic picks up, them speaking from the speaker. So that's my bad. I'm sorry.
You got to put those headphones on, my boy. That's what I had to do. Man,
Yeah, you know what happened with the headphones that I bought though. we just not even gonna talk about that though. Boy says really want to see the dollar fly. I sold now. Yeah, I'm gonna still wait for the wick fill until the wick. I mean, the wick fill is gonna happen. It's not gonna not happen. 1925 at least. Bearish short term, bullish long term. I had buys in at 1908, but I took them out. Yeah, I was actually looking at the buys last night too. I couldn't bring myself to push the button though. Cause I'm kind of hedged gold, right? Cause I'm like selling gold on this account, but on my other account, I have my long-term buys open. So it's like, I'm not too concerned if I take a loss on this account because I know the other account has it more than covered. Let's see. I took buys on gold from 1909. A lot of you guys bought overnight, huh? Okay. This 1-hour chart looks like a reaccumulation. I wanted to short, but gotta wait till we get higher. Yeah. I mean, I see what you guys are saying. I do see it. But you know me, I gotta just take my stabs. I like just because I see what you guys see doesn't mean I'm gonna change my bias. I'm gonna take my loss like a man. Don't worry, Dom. I'll be liquidity for you guys. It's all good. You know, I'll throw myself in the fire if I have to. Nah, what happened with the headphones? Nah, I didn't burn out the headphones bumping house. I put it this way, I never even got to use them ever. They're still sitting right here. I've never heard a single sound come through them. So no, we didn't burn them out listening to house music. I see he came to the Midnight New York Open and picked up bullish, looking to take out buy side liquidity. Okay, I'm assuming by buy side liquidity you mean the wick fill though, because there's really no other buy side liquidity other than what Abel was looking at the 1930. But there's no other like what Ray calls internal range liquidity. I'm
Yeah,
hedged on
I
gold as
mean, and
well.
just to pretty much line up with what you're saying too. I mean, if we were going to sell off of gold anywhere in this range, like right here after this wick failure you're talking about, is the best time to do it, like by far.
Oh yeah,
So if you are thinking about short gold, and I mean, there's nothing wrong with taking a jab. Like I might even take a jab at it just because again, it does there. You know, the risk to reward might play out. It looks good, so we'll see.
yeah. I mean, I was waiting for this liquidity to get grabbed overnight, so it's like if we grab this and fill the wick and come back down, it's like as per my trading plan, I can't
Yeah,
not push the button. You
I hear
know.
you. Hmm.
So yeah, well, I mean, we'll see. I mean, EU again, like it's struggling to get any sort of demand. You know, as far as the U.S. and I'll use the chart that Kyle was talking about here. As far as this chart, guys, I would question again. Like I know you guys are like again even to Kyle's point. Like there is a sweep of liquidity here, and then like a nice impulsive move. But like again, if you zoom out, like you're playing in very highly liquid areas down here. So it's like I look at this and I just ask myself, like, okay, all this didn't like trade into a pocket. Maybe we haven't reacted off of it yet, but like if you're asking me what's happening inside of like this very specific area here, I'm probably gonna bet on reaccumulation. I don't look at this and see more distribution. I just look at this and see reaccumulation, and I see the incoming shift of the incoming change of character. So yeah, I don't know. This type of bottom here is with this type of range just doesn't seem right to me. So
I'm not gonna lie.
with
I
this
do
much
see an
momentum and
incoming
trending to
change
the
here.
downside, you shouldn't get a range like this. I'm gonna just be real with you guys. In Wyckoff logic, if this was a true redistribution, you would not sit here like this. You just wouldn't. Like you might even still come down and grab this candle because again that's the way we would prefer to see it. If from an execution standpoint, we would want to see this like spike here, so then we could take it. That's the preferred entry model. But I would not look at this as this is like a distribution to push us further down. Could I be wrong on that? Yeah, of course I could be wrong. I could always be wrong, but you know that's the way that I view it at the very least. So it's tough for me to expect too much. But yeah, we'll see if we get this wick fill, and we'll see what happens.
No, I do agree, bro. I do see a potential change of character coming soon on the dollar, but you know, per my trading plan, until I see the change of character, I must, keep going. But
Yeah,
obviously,
you have that 80-20 rule.
yep, I
I
follow the
mean,
80-20 rule.
some will argue that that change of character might have happened already on the dollar. For being honest,
I don't really see it.
Arguing that is one thing, but that being supported by data is another. Because there's no volume in
You
that
could think
move.
that it changed character, but it hasn't yet.
I
It
wouldn't
hasn't
call
done
that
it.
a change of character.
some will argue.
Yeah, and
That is
I would argue against them. That's like that
the
indicator
reason
that
the reason
shows like
why is
breakers of
because
structures and change of characters. I think it's no change of characters have very specific volume confirmations. Without the volume confirmations, there's no change of character. So
that's
unless
your
you're
definition of a change of character is implementing with volume. The vast majority of people that use change of character realistically don't even implement volume. They're just relying on
the
structure.
vast majority being wrong is not my fault.
Again, that's again your opinion is that the vast majority are wrong. right?
Yeah, but if there's a
Because the change of character.
textbook technical definition for something, right? If there's a
What's it?
textbook definition for something, and you go against that, then I mean, like
I
first
mean,
off,
so
this is it's a
bring
white
up
off
the
thing.
textbook definition.
Hey,
Bring up
look,
the textbook definition of change of character.
character of price action, such as the largest down bar on the highest volume, on the highest volume, on the highest volume after a
Repeat
long
that one more
uptrend.
time. Repeat
On
that
the
last one.
highest volume. It's literally a white coffee event. This is not something smart money concept traders and ICT came up with. This is a white off logic. It has a textbook definition. It's right here. You can find it. So it's like when you don't have this on the highest volume after a long uptrend or quote unquote downtrend, then it's just I don't know. I again, if people don't want to use this definition, that's fine. But it has a very
Is
legitimate definition from the very people that
is that definition found in the Webster's?
yeah, I'm sure it could be. If this is
Or
I mean in
or is
Webster's though
that
they typically don't have phrases. They typically have words. So
or is that definition something that strictly is just like found in like a Wyckoff?
I think that's a
well, I
Skagger
mean a
cat
change of
event.
character is a white coffee in play. So I mean if you're
I
gonna
mean,
follow
not. I mean, hey, it could be different. You know
I
how
mean,
this
listen. If
these is, bro.
95% of people are not profitable, so I'm not gonna go with the majority. With the majority, I'm gonna go with what the guy who invented the logic that I follow goes off of. All I'm saying is it has an actual definition, and volume is a big part of that. Is it the same thing when people show me Wyckoff charts and they don't have volume? I'm like, I don't know what you're doing right now. But listen, fam, I'm very passionate about the way that I trade. So like, if you're gonna take stabs at Wyckoff logic and like the things that are systematically created, you know,
I love it.
I'm gonna get very defensive about it. So
Yeah, the only thing I would say is again, keep in mind your way of trading is not how others are. You know, so just because you understand it one way doesn't mean that the others guys looking at it is completely wrong. That's all I'm
I
saying.
would, well,
There's a lot of different ways to interpret what's happening in the markets.
that's
So,
true. That if that's the case, though, I mean, they should come up with a different term then. I don't know.
I mean, again,
Like,
just to play devil's advocate,
imagine if doctors followed the textbook, but then you were like in the operating room and like somebody was following the exact way to do like a procedure, but somebody was like, nah, like nah, chill, nah. I've read this other thing online that completely makes no sense, but like we're gonna, it's like, bro, it's like, well, hold on, like we don't want to kill the guy, you know?
I
I
mean,
don't know.
the
That's the way I
concepts are the
look at it.
same, but the
Traders, again,
strategy, how
traders can
they
have their
actually
perspective.
perform it could be differently, right? It's just the strategy in which way they perform that actual surgery could be a little bit differently. And you know how it is. That most of the time, you know what it is. Most of the time is that, especially a lot of traders that want to create their own courses, right? They start to coin their own phrases for certain things that we all hear about often, right? Like the most obvious thing is when we hear pullback, retracement, correction. All those mean the same exact freaking thing. Like literally, right? It's just different
Imbalance,
phrases that
inefficiency, fair
come
value
up.
gap.
Yeah. So many different things that people just coin to try to make it their own so they can rebrand it. So I'm just saying, again, just be mindful. You know, everybody does look at things differently. And just because it doesn't align with what you're saying or how you would do it doesn't necessarily mean it's wrong. That was all my argument.
Yeah, I mean, I would still argue that it's wrong, but I would say that they are free to their wrong opinion.
Yo, you are something else.
I'm just saying, bro. It's a textbook. Like, I mean,
Again, that's a textbook literally made by somebody that created the strategy, which goes back to my point. They just they took that term and made their own definition around it. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's widely known as that specific definition.
all right. Well, I
Right.
mean, I'm gonna continue to tell those people that they're mistaken. Fair value gap has its own definition. I mean, maybe it does. I don't know. I was never taught the actual definition of fair value gap. I just assume that's what
How
we
you guys
apply.
liking this though, family? How you guys liking this conversation, man? Because I know you guys are in the chat having a field day right now. Oh man.
Stay woke though. This wick just filled. No cap. So your boy might be pushing the button here in a second.
Did you want to see it clear that high first, or you just were specifically looking for that wick to get filled?
I was kind of hoping for both, but I mean it's right here, so I mean like it's probably still gonna play with this line, but I would prefer to see like the next candle like come up. I mean, where would we be at 922? Yeah, maybe at like the 930 open. I mean, if we can close above here, I mean, or get above here, so we can come back down would be optimal for sure.
Hmm.
But typically all I need is the wick fill. The wick fill itself is like is an entry technique for me. But the fact that that other candle lives there does make me hesitant, so to speak. You know, I might as well wait, even though the difference is like 3 pips or whatever. Let's see. Let's see how many people like our little debate. Y'all
Oh, they're
both right. I
loving
mean,
it.
we are both right. I listen, like I told you guys, I'm gonna I know I'm going to be very defensive about it because that's my belief, right? That it's like for me it's insulting to my logic. It might be insulting to other people, and that's fine. Like I can handle being insulted. Like it's no problem to me. I just hope other people don't take it the wrong way. But I will go out of my way to tell people they're wrong. And as Abel knows, that's one of my favorite pastimes. So he's really just pulling at my strings, right? Just so y'all
Yeah,
know.
yeah. I
Like
love
I
I love just really having Skaggs really explain himself in detail why things happen. Like I love that because honestly, it's a
Sometimes we
learning
gotta
lesson for a lot of
interrogate him.
people. Yeah, you gotta you can sometimes you gotta instigate somebody like Skaggs who's extremely, extremely knowledgeable and truly has faith and belief in what they do because it just brings a lot more clarity to us as well as people that are still trying to always get to the next level. All right. So I love poking the bear. And also I just like playing devil's advocate sometimes, because I also understand that everybody looks at the market differently, right? There's different ways of trading. So I mean, even now, we got the boy Ray on. Ray might consider a change of character something differently than what Skaggs might, right? Because he looks at it a little bit differently. So it's things like that that I also just like to be mindful of more than anything. But I definitely love poking the bear.
And you know what's
Damn.
crazy? There's like that's why you never want to like change your stuff based off of somebody else's stuff. Like you want to learn from them, but like never change your trades or nothing like that. Because, to be honest, like we could all be right. Like let's be honest, like, especially on a scenario with EU. I'm buying this thing up right now. Skaggs is already in a sell, but there's two different positions that we are in the market. I'm at a long from a lower level. My long could play and then hit take profit, and his short could still play. So at the end of the day, family, it's all about the logic. Apply the logic, apply the ideology that you guys are learning from here. Don't just come on here for trades, right? Come on here to learn ideology, to learn logic. And, at the end of the day, it's going to be a wonderful trading year for you guys.
Facts. I concur. Let's see.
Oh, do we push the button?
Love it because we all see things differently in the markets. As long as we stay in the standard of the basics of trading, the markets are going to do what's going to do. Exactly, brother Joe. I love that. Watching from the beginning and cracking up with Skag saying, I'm so disappointed you're not using my schematics. Facts. Oh, let's see. Just logged on the live. Was good family live from the 518. Shout out to everybody at the 518. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. See, Abel's so humble. That's how I'm trying to be. Y'all sound like Skip and Shannon. Yeah, shout out. Listen, for me, especially I realize a couple things, right? With streaming, especially when it comes to like streaming as a group, the streams that I feel like do best for us are the ones where we do actually debate back and forth, right? And it's all debated in good heartness and always just for the intentions of trying to grow. But it's just great for you guys to see it, right? Because we're not always gonna be on the same page. That's just not the reality, right? And I'm pretty sure some of you guys get that point where you guys are looking at the markets one way, and then you see either a mentor or somebody that you guys look up to, and they're doing it completely opposite, and now threw you off your ball game, right? Like, nah, it's good to have these type of debates so that we can figure out what's the best play. You know? Let's see.
I'm gonna just throw this out here, but I just got a text from my twin. He's looking at gold right here too, so I might have to push the button in a second here.
Let's see. Skaggs is right. You can't argue about a clear definition. Yeah, no, that's a fact. It's hard to argue a clear definition. Let's see.
Yeah, I
What
might
does
listen, family. I might be taking a 40 pip risk here on gold. I kind of want to do it after 9:30. Kind of want to do it after 9:30, but I'm so tempted to push it right now. But I think that's
what's
why I have to
stopping you?
wait till after 9:30 because
Skaggs, what is stopping you right now from pulling the? I'm pretty sure. I know myself. I love learning these things.
um I mean,
So like, what is
well, I
stopping
mean,
you right
nothing
now?
really. I mean, I'm already in shorts, so it's like I'm not like that's what's stopping me. Is like I don't really like even if I miss it by a couple of pips, like I'm not gonna cry over it. So that's like really what it is. Is like I'm not like I don't need the perfect screenshot Instagram entry. I don't care about that. I just care about making the money and being in the move. So even if I end up going short like down here and it's like a whole like 20 pips lower, like I'm not gonna care because I know at least at that point the trade's gonna move in my preferred direction. So. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't really need the oh look at me, I'm so perfect entry. I just need to know it's doing what I want it to do, and we'll go from there. But this
That,
would be like if I was trying to grab a picture perfect entry, this would probably be it. Especially when I just got additional confirmation that other people are looking at the same thing. Um, so yeah,
so you're telling me to drop 5 standards on this from right here? Is that what you're saying?
I mean if you can afford to,
Bet, say that.
I mean like it's a 40 pip risk, so I mean like as long as that's your 2%, I guess.
40 pip
Or
risk. Sheesh.
1%, preferably less than 2%, but each their own. Listen though, if I was gonna run a stop on this, I mean, like annoyingly enough, I would probably want to run like 1922. Unfortunately, that's like a really liquid area, so chances are like even if it does grab there, there's a possibility it still holds. So like the safest thing to do would be just to run the high. But again, this is all gonna depend on your account balance. To be quite honest, if we even push above like 1920, I'd probably end up just hopping out and then just going re-short in 1922 if I have to. If I could save myself 20 pips on the stop loss just to re-enter, I mean, more times than not, I'll end up doing that.
So you're saying no 5 lots, then wait.
I'm saying wait for after the 9:30 open. I want to see the 9:30 open.
Trying to put 5 lots in your name, bro. Come on.
Okay, well then all I'm asking is like 3 minutes of minimum 3 minutes of patience. Who's my twin? That boy Jordan Morgan is my twin.
All right, let's see what else we got here. Somebody said, "What does Skaggs look like?" I followed him. It has no pics. Yeah, I
Oh
got some
yeah,
stories,
I mean,
bro.
I used to have. So at the beginning of the year, I cleared out my Instagram. I deleted everything. I went into the new year fresh. I think all I have. I mean, I deleted all my reels too, which was a mistake. Um,
Shout out to that boy.
I mean, I unarchive. I can unarchive some of my photos. You know, it's not really that
Yeah, man.
important what I look like though.
People want to see your
I'd
face,
rather
my
be a
guy.
ghost. You know, I'm transparent. You see right through me. It's not
Bro,
a.
bro, it sounds good, bro, but they want to put the face to the legend, bro. Come on. You know what's
Hey,
crazy,
We might
family?
have
listen,
to
I'm about to
talk
get
to you
on
one
stream
day.
with a mask every day. No cap.
Here's a little bit of a story, right? And this is the first time I actually met Skaggs in person, right? So me and Skaggs know each other for freaking forever, it seems like, right? Literally since we both started. But it took me like 4 or 5 years, probably even yeah, around 4 or 5 years to actually finally like meet him in person, right? Which is kind of cool. And that's just because, in my opinion, Skaggs was very I wouldn't say he was that outgoing of a person, right? But we ended up making him come to this event in Houston, Texas one year. And he pulled up, and everybody was shocked that the legend was there, right? He probably got the most love at that event that we hosted. And there was like, I mean, I forgot how many people. It was probably like 100 people there, right? And it was literally during COVID and all that. You know, shout out to the boy Ray. Ray and his team actually hosted it over there in Houston. I'm pretty sure he can remember this. And he got the most love, you know, because he's provided so much value and was always very, very private. So when we actually see them in person and he got so much love, man, this guy turned himself out and now he's outside doing a lot more traveling and it's amazing to see, bro. So that's
To be
growth,
honest,
Skaggs, and I love it,
I
bro.
still prefer the private. You know,
I
unfortunately,
see that. I
yeah,
just know I see
Abel
the growth,
dragged me
bro.
into some. Abel did drag me into some sort of spotlight, but you know,
Listen,
it's
I
all
see the
good.
growth and we
You
love the
know,
growth. It looks
one
good
day
on
I'm
you,
gonna just
kid.
disappear again, and it'll be like I was never here. And yeah, you know that'll that'll be that. All right, let's see. We got this 9:30 open though. I really just do think I'm gonna just push the button on this and just accept my risk and move on for today.
Perfect.
Cause you is retesting that same liquidity. I don't know, man. Do I want to take this? What's GJ doing? This is all gonna depend on GJ. Whoops, that is so spelled wrong. Ah, GJ, why can't you just come up and give me a little higher?
Somebody said you look like Buffett. That's a compliment. I'll take that. The boy Skaggs look like Warren Buffett.
Private life, happy life. Yeah, that's a fact.
Let's see.
It's a fact.
Warren
Don't
Buffett is
underestimate
definitely like.
underestimate your ability to just go ghost.
Honestly, Warren Buffett is maybe like 30, 40 years older than Shaq. So I
Bro,
wouldn't say he looks.
Warren Buffett is how old now? Like
I don't
80?
even know. He's probably like 40, 50 years older
Yeah.
than me, to be honest. He's probably a
So
lot older than
Skaggs
30.
definitely does not look like Warren Buffett. Maybe he sounds like Warren Buffett,
He thinks
but
like Warren Buffett, and
yeah.
that's the probably impressive thing about it. Shit. Listen, if somebody says I look like Warren Buffett, bro, that's a compliment, bro. I'm taking that and running with it. I'm not arguing it. Like, yeah, that's my twin. I'll take that for sure. I don't even care if he's white and I'm Hispanic. I'm taking that compliment. Let's see. Skaggs is doing that Kodak thing, buy an island and buy 100%.
Hey, show us some love with some likes on the stream, guys. Let's get us to 100 likes, man. Come on. It's free to give a like. Please give us a
I'm
like,
so
man.
yeah, family. I'm gonna be honest, family. Can we please get the likes up? Like we got 140 on, only 50 likes. Can you do us one favor before you guys make me go on a little bit of a rant as to why liking the streams helps us out tremendously? Can we smash 100? I think we could smash 100 likes, guys, in the next 2-3 minutes. In the next 2 minutes, I think we could. Kyle, what do you think? We think we can get 100 likes in the next 2 minutes? It's 9:33
Hey,
right
man,
now.
let's see if they really bought it. If they really
By
bought it there.
9:35,
If they
yeah,
all
by
click the button
9:35,
right now, we'll get it in 30 seconds.
30 seconds. You think?
Just in, the U.S. government has hit its $31.4 trillion borrowing limit, so our government is officially broke. I mean, not that they weren't always broke, but now they're even more broke than broke. They can't even, they don't even have any more to spend at all. R.I.P. Imagine living in a country that can't even get its finances together.
Let me see what happened. They hit the debt ceiling.
Yeah, we hit the debt ceiling.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Which
That is
means
very.
that all the puppets on Fox News and CNN and whatever else is popular these days, because I don't even watch it. Shout out to Twitter for being my news source, but
Facts.
they're all gonna be out there arguing over probably gas and electric stoves while we can't spend any money and the country can't operate. So
I hope you guys understand
exciting
what this
times.
means,
By the
man.
way, yeah, I am going short on gold. I'm running my stop loss at 1922, and I'm calling it a day. That's my
I
trade for
mean,
the day.
And I'm
I'm
going
already.
break even on EU. So just want to mention that too.
Yeah,
Gotta
I'm in that
protect
gold as
ourselves.
well. And we're gonna see how that gold plays out. But family, I hope you guys understand what this whole situation with the debt ceiling and them pretty much hitting their borrowing cap really means for the Fed and the government as a whole. It just means that now there's probably gonna be a high likelihood of them defaulting on a lot of debt, right? Which is gonna be leading into a lot more tumultuous territory, you could say, right? But that's going to be for like a call in itself where we actually start talking about the fundamentals and what can come from this, right? But just know this, that's not a good thing, right? Like us reaching our borrowing cap is not a good thing at all. So, but we'll just have to set that up for another day. That's like a whole lesson in itself.
Yeah, that's a fact. And also, I mean, there's just a good chance they raise the debt ceiling, which is just what they do. I don't even know why they have a ceiling because they just hit it and then they just raise it and then we just hit it and then we just raise it and then we just hit it. So it's just like a never-ending cycle. So I don't even know why they even bother with the limit at all. Because if they're just gonna keep raising it, what's the point? It's like this like fake thing that they just have to like comfort people. I mean, what it really does is it controls spending because like as you get close to you start to like, tighten up a little bit. But realistically, they know that they could just raise it if they want to. Again, certain sides will leverage this though, right? They won't agree to raising it unless they get X, Y, Z, and like this is where like now they get to play politics because if one side has control, they can be like, oh no, we're not doing this unless you guys agree to X, Y, Z terms, and or the government will just shut down and will default, and that's so really it's just used as a freaking just like mechanism for to manipulate the party and policies and welcome to welcome to government. It's just a
Mm-hmm.
mess.
That's
But
a
yeah,
fact.
I mean, gold going pretty well. Again, hopefully this holds. Um, but yeah, that's
We are about
basically my
12
trade
likes
for the week.
away. 12 likes away, family, from 100 likes. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Who's gonna be those special 12 people to help us get to 100 likes? All of you guys that
I
are a
mean, I
part of
just
the
did I
12,
just did my part.
I, you just liked it. Listen, for those of you guys that do help us out, we appreciate y'all, and we got a special gift in the form of a high five for you guys, a virtual one, for showing us love. Appreciate y'all, and I hope you guys appreciate the virtual high five.
And it's at moments like these I wish I had a sound deck to actually give you guys the animation.
Yeah, right.
Let's see what we got in the chat though.
Yo, what y'all
Make
think
it a
about
habit to
UJ?
press like as soon as you enter. That's a fact. If you guys just hit it as soon as you enter, especially if y'all are returning viewers, man, you guys are around here with us every day. Oh, sheesh, man. Come on. That's the least you guys could do. If you're new, hey, we get it. Wait till we give you guys some value. That's understandable. I want to earn your earn your subscription if you're new. But
Facts.
if you guys have been with us for the past 4 or 5 months, man, show a little love. We love
All right,
y'all.
we've been stuck. There we go. Finally got 100 likes. I don't know if you can see guys on your end, but I see 100 on mine. Let's go. Big shout out to all y'all, man. We appreciate you guys so much. Thank you guys for doing that. It really does mean a lot. I think
What
Ray
do
said
I?
he was looking at UJ. I think, yeah, bring up UJ real quick.
Could I just bring up Ray?
I mean, yeah, if he has a markup, 100%.
Ray, what's good, my guy? You here with us?
Yeah, I'm here, man. What's up with y'all?
Chilling, man. You wanna share your screen, man? If you got something for us.
Oh yeah, I don't mind sharing.
All right, cool. So just share up, and I will bring you on. And guys, I'm gonna step away for just 2-3 minutes. So Ray, Abel, Kyle, if you guys could just hold it down till I get back, that'd be great.
Got you. I really want to know what y'all thought about UJ because I'm already in it. From 127.79. But it's pushing, but it ain't pushing like that. I want to know what y'all thought about the entry or about the target more than the entry, really the target. Can y'all see my screen, by the way?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, but
Yeah.
so yeah, I took longs on this last night at like 9-10 o'clock. So it's moving nice. I want to see if I could target, this high, or maybe even a little higher. Go and break those highs up there. Because the way I just look at this whole situation is got some inducement here, got some weak lows here. And then the market pushed up and made this new high. So it's the bottom of my range, this the top of my range. This the internal liquidity in the range. So we come down and tap it here. Then the bullish order flow kicks back in. So demand is in control. All of this is weak in my opinion. So I'm riding this up there. I just know I don't trade yen pairs that often. So that's why I want to know y'all opinion on it. But yeah, this is what I'm taking. I mean, I'm already in it, obviously. I'm holding that.
Yeah. I haven't looked at UJ myself.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I just took like a low risk opportunity since I saw it retracing into that buy to sell or that sell to buy candle. So with us pushing up, retracing back down, figured I'd take a jab at it. But so far that's moving good. I mentioned Euro AUD briefly on the call yesterday, so I don't know if y'all was paying attention, but I did mention it briefly. I didn't go and mark it all up or nothing because my laptop wasn't working yesterday, but I did mention Euro AUD briefly. just real quick, and the market was like right here when I mentioned it. So if you guys could have by chance, been paying attention to that, hopefully y'all could have benefited off of that move. But I did just close for 300 pips on a little less than 300 pips on Euro AUD. So that was a crazy move because that happened in one day. So definitely lit and happy about that. I'm still holding just a little something just to see how far it'll go. Like it might come back and retrace all the way, might keep going. I'm not really too concerned about it at this point. But yeah, I want to hold this because I do think it can actually go a little higher based on the daily. On the daily, I feel like we can hit 1.6. So that's how long I'm gonna be holding this trade. So looking to catch, about 600 or so pips on that move. Because I do believe that this is just an impulse correction, and we're getting our next impulse. And that's on the daily time frame. All right. So still in that. We also mentioned USD CAD yesterday, which played out very nicely. I just closed most of this for a little over 100 pips as well. So it looks like it's up right now about just about 100, got up to about 160. So that's another nice move. So right now I'm pretty much just riding a lot of pairs that I'm already in. I didn't execute anything else this morning. I was taking a look at a couple pairs, but a lot of them don't necessarily feel necessary for me to take a risk on. I was thinking about taking a little buy down here, but it just seemed a little ill-advised. But I'm just taking a quick glance right now just to see if there's anything that I can give to y'all today. As y'all know, I like to be in the markets often. I like trading just about every day. Should have took that GA buy yesterday too. I was already in EA, so I wasn't worried about that. Is there any pairs that you guys want looked at? We actually gonna open up the chat. You say, where Ray been? Where you been all stream? Look, I've been having some late nights lately, man. So I was knocked out, and I was already in my trades. So my fault about that. Targets on gold, GA, GU. I don't really trade gold, so I just go with what they told you. But yeah, we'll take a look at GA. It looks like GA pretty much made its move. And Skaggs did talk about this yesterday. So I'm not sure if you guys is actually able to benefit or not, but he did mention this yesterday. And the market was I just don't know if the market was able to give us a entry opportunity, but I think the market was like right here yesterday. And maybe we wanted it to pull down a little bit more, something like that. I don't quite remember everything, but I do remember, us seeing this low get swept. We've changed, break this high, then we sweep this low. And then the market was just on that bullish push. So now at this point, it's kind of like you're not really in a position to do anything because it's like, obviously you took out some highs over here, which could be for profit taking. But I don't see something that would make me want to sell either though. That's the whole thing. So I don't really see a valid supply zone to take a sell from after all of this bullishness. So I feel like your best bet would be to probably try to wait on a retracement, or maybe you could take a shot at some sales just due to the fact that it's been bullish for so long. Maybe you could see some type of reversal, but it's not a strong enough reversal pattern for me personally. So, maybe the market shoots up, takes out this high here, and then you could watch for a reaction to possibly get some selling taking place. But at this current moment, I don't think there's anything you can do on GA. My best bet would be for you to wait until this high gets taken, and then you can take a chance at getting one of those sniper entries. All right. So you wait for this and then potentially take that. And that's what I call that ace entry. And, although it's not like clear cut supply to the left, like it's not any super clean supply to the left, you could just look at it as potential areas of profit taking, because anybody that was long down here probably started taking profit at this high or even this one here. So there's a chance you get that retracement, but it's just not, it's not certain, especially when you have some bullishness like that. So
Yo, this is GA? I think we went over this yesterday.
Yeah, that's what I was just telling him. He was talking about this move
we looked
right
at this
here.
yesterday with a bullish model, so I'm glad to see that worked out. Checking my chart, I don't think. Yeah, it never really quite pulled back as much as I wanted it to, but I'm pretty sure I even said yesterday that it looked like it was pretty geared to run and move. So again, not a pair that I trade, but again, when you look at it from a logical standpoint, you could definitely find very nice movements. But I do agree with what Ray was just saying. Like looking for you could, theoretically maybe sell from a sweep of those highs. Probably not the safest thing, being that I was pretty bullish on the daily and weekly as well. But yeah, if you're not in GA, I mean, at this point, it's difficult to play up here, right? And sometimes you got to realize something's just in an area where the risk to reward and then the risk of failure just not quite worth it. So yeah, for me, I wouldn't be playing it. But yeah, I just wanted to add that in because I do know that you guys had me go over that yesterday.
Right. And I'm glad you said it's bullish, because I was already in a buy on EA. So I caught this entire move yesterday. So
yeah, that's also beautiful. I mean, what's that? That's like 250, 300 pips. Yeah, that's crazy for that was only overnight. That was just yesterday.
Yeah, bro, this was yesterday
moving,
morning.
family.
This was yesterday in New York session.
Sheesh, yeah, these markets been moving, man. Like, honestly,
Yeah, so
right now it's
7:30.
been great.
Yeah, I took it at like 7:30, 8 a.m. Central Time yesterday. But
Yeah, okay, so it's just like the
the
beginning of the
pattern was
stream.
just a lot smoother for me. Like it gave me that steep retracement into, the area of imbalance, the lows that swept, liquidity.
Yeah, then I had that nice reaction off of there too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that was
So
beautiful.
that was a lot easier than the GA one for me. But
I would agree. GA didn't have. I mean, again, like by the time we looked at it, it was like a little late. You kind of had to chase GA. Where on EA, you got that prime risk to reward ratio. Where it's really mattered in order to execute off that. But family, these markets have been moving great. Like I'm talking very nice pip ranges, very nice overnight moves. I mean, there's been hundreds of pips of opportunity across multiple things that you guys could have been taking advantage of. So I really hope you guys, regardless of whether you're trading with us or on your own, like these are, take advantage when the markets are this smooth, because we just went through a period of the holidays and all that being super choppy. So, it's good to see when pairs are actually moving 150, 200 pips overnight, because even if you can only capture a portion of that, it's a lot easier to grab a portion of a 150, 200 pip move than it is of like a 60, 70 pip move, especially, with risk to reward that we prefer to look at. So I just wanted to throw that in there. But go ahead, Red. Are you looking at what are we looking at? Pound dollar now?
Yeah, just a possibility. You know, it's not really something that I'm that interested in, believe it or not. Like GU hasn't been moving the way I like it to in the past couple weeks. So like I haven't even really traded GU in a while. But I could see it happening, but also I don't want to take it because this candle over here doesn't look like how I typically take them. So I kind of just gotta use my own discernment with this one. I'll probably have to wait for a reaction and see if I can catch it on the way down. But I'm just throwing options out there because I'm pretty much holding everything from yesterday, like UJ, EA, UCAD. So I'm holding 3 trades from yesterday. So that's why I'm not really trying to go crazy right now, but I'm just trying to forecast, see if I see any potential. I might take this. This candle doesn't have everything I would like for it to have. So I just got to be aware of that. So if anything, I'd probably take the lower high entry as it's coming back down. But that's GU. But outside of that, y'all, I'm gonna be honest, I don't see a lot.
The people in the chat are requested there's a lot of indices and even crypto. I know typically these are not your things that you look at, but I'm pretty sure they and me would appreciate at least a little bit of input. And as looks like it's having an interesting time already there. So
Yeah, crypto, I'm probably not gonna really look at that, but
that's okay. I'll take a look at it.
yeah, but I could take a look at indices for y'all for sure. Since I did start trading that last year. But where the market is right now, I would probably be leaning more bearish than anything. Just first and foremost, the higher time frame order flow is bearish. The market has been going sideways for a while now, and I remember this is definitely since October because I remember I took this trade down here or over here, one of these two, before I even went to Hawaii. And the fact
Yeah,
that
it
the
was that.
market
There was that
has
first wick where we took it.
right,
Yep.
and the market hasn't even really decided a direction in that long. It could mean one or two things. The market is building up steam in order to make a huge breakout, or this could just be a overdrawn correction and then the market's pushing bearish. So I know they don't really tell you much because I just gave y'all two opposite, scenarios. However, just in my personal opinion, I would lean more towards the bear side. I do see a lot of these lows that have questionable strength in them, like this one, although it does sweep liquidity and all of that on the lower time frames. I'm just curious to know how much strength they're holding on these higher time frames, especially when you have strong highs like that. So whenever I see both sides of the market sweeping, I kind of just pay attention to which one is sweeping with the most velocity and the most power behind it. I would definitely say that this high is probably stronger than these lows. Now, I've also got to pay attention to this low over here because that one is also strong. So this is part of the reason I feel like the market is kind of trapped in this consolidation currently. So now you just got to trade the ranges. Like, if the market isn't trending, essentially you trade the range. And this isn't something that I really always do. Like I probably never really trade like this, but the premium and the discount of the range, like above 50% is obviously where you want to start looking for sell opportunities. And some people actually even change it to 75%. Other people do 75-25, where you start looking for sales anywhere up here and start looking for buys below here. Now, again, I don't use that because that typically takes away the validity of the candlestick analysis, but it does just give you higher probability if you're stuck in a trading range. So, I could see this pushing a little lower. Whether it will break this low or not is questionable, but I do see us coming down for this, in my personal opinion. So now, let's see if we come to the 1 hour, see if we actually traded out of anything. And there is a, open pocket of liquidity right here. Although it doesn't have the buy to sell candle I typically go for, there is a chance that this can hold true and hold solid. There's a buy to sell candle here. Whether or not I would call it a valid one is questionable. We do have a pocket of liquidity. This price action is a little weird, but we do have an open pocket of liquidity here. So if this does want to be identified as a strong high, all right, there is a possibility that can be labeled a strong high. And if so, I probably look for some entry opportunities in and around this high up here. So when the market comes and fills this area imbalance up here, I'll probably take the sell opportunity with the stop above the highs. All right. So outside of that, that's the only thing I would see has much potential on the indices pairs. We come take those lows and then we start playing around that 105 area. I'll start seeing what we could do underneath, not even 105 actually. 106. So we get down in here, we take out this low here. I'd be interested to see what the reaction is after that. But yeah, I just don't know if that's going to be the peak low for when the market decides to go bullish. So I think we could take it out. We're building a little more liquidity, take that out, and then we could possibly see something. So. But that's pretty much all I got, y'all. Want to check the chat real quick. Like I said, I'm not gonna be the one that look at cryptos today. I don't trade cryptos that often.
Yo, I did just want to let you guys know. I don't know, wait, I think my audio might be a little. I just want to let you guys know. I'm deciding to hold out EU and just accept risk. It pretty much is at the same entry. So just letting you guys know that. I did just step away to grab some Chick-fil-A breakfast because they stop breakfast at 10 a.m. So I made it in the nick of time. I'll be back in the setup in 30 seconds. Turn it in right
Wow, now. This boy went to Chick-fil-A. Didn't even offer to get me anything, family. This boy Kyle, you see the deal? This boy disrespecting me every moment he can today. Don't use my schematics. Don't offer to get me coffee. Oh man, guys, we might have to throw Kyle away. No cap.
Yo, I might be kicked out of the private thing, man. Yo, chill.
I do see a few people asking about gold. So right, all right, I'm gonna just take the screen back for a sec because people are panicking for no reason. Yeah, listen, family, look, I took my risk, family. I know my risk. I've accepted my risk. It's either going to come to 1922 or it's not. I'm not concerned that it's retesting the entry. You know, it's not trades are not going to immediately move in your direction, right? We've seen that with EU. Sometimes they go against you a little bit. They take more time. Sometimes they run right to stop loss, right? But I'm still holding. I'm not going to. Nothing's going to change my opinion here, other than my stop loss getting hit at 1922. So if that happens, so be it. Like, you know, we've accepted our risk. You should know exactly how much you're going to lose if it does come up here, right? You should know exactly how much it's going to win. If it does come down, again, like I'm fine with the position. I'm slightly blue on it. It is what it is. You know, if it does work, you know, and again, this is if. I am targeting, you know, as low as like 1890, maybe, you know, but also looking at, you know, potential for a little bit deeper. But again, we got to get this time just to work out whatever it's got to work out here at 10 a.m., you know. If it hits stop loss, it hits stop loss. Like, there's just, you know, that's why we risk manage, right? That's why we have a stop loss at all. So yeah, I'm kind of just, you know, chilling. Like, look, it's gonna run right for my stop loss now that I'm trying to speak that into existence, right? But yeah, nonetheless, family, you know, whatever happens, happens. I'm cool with it. I'm continuing to hold, and that's just, you know, the risk I take. So yeah, that's that. I do know some people wanted me to go over, you know, cryptos a little bit. You know, specifically, I'm going to use Ethereum because this is what we used last time we talked about it. You know, we did talk about it basically falling right from where it did, right? Once it came up and took this liquidity up here. And it's kind of done its pretty standard move, right? It's kind of corrected under all of this nonsense. And now the idea is just like, is this going to, you know, is this going to be able to rally from here? Or is this kind of just redistributing and going to kind of continue lower? I'm probably going to lean, again, because I am in other trades that support, you know, a little bit of a stronger dollar, that I probably will expect this to, you know, potentially continue down a little bit. If I had to look at like a setup for this though, I don't even really see too much that I like here. There's not even a lone candle or anything, huh? Yeah, I don't know. I still don't specifically like this for any sort of setup right here. I think I'm gonna remain patient and again see if maybe we can get below like 1450 on crypto. I want to see a little bit more of a pullback before I execute on anything in particular. Again, do I get that? Maybe not. You know, if gold stops me out, I'm probably not going to end up getting that on crypto. But I do want to see this stuff kind of pull back and correct. You know, like under these little old reaccumulation ranges, just to kind of take out some of these buyers over here. But I wouldn't specifically like have a trade that I would want to actually execute on, you know, in this area. How would I look on gold on lower time frames? I mean, I'm not really too concerned with the lower time frames. Why am I looking at the lower times? Like all my analysis is off the hour. If it doesn't, I mean, if it doesn't work in or well, it's really off the 15-minute here. So if it really just doesn't work off this area, then so be it. You know, now we're grabbing the liquidity I wanted it to grab. You know, I get the little check mark, right? So I know I want to trade away from this if we can get back below it. Unfortunately, I'm already in this trade, so that doesn't really help me if it, you know, with a better entry. But again, you know, depending on whether or not we can, you know, get back below where we entered, will determine whether or not this trade works. If it comes to 1922 and it stops us out, so be it. It's a losing day. You know, we just, well, I mean, what did we have? We had EU that won yesterday. We had gold. You should have partialed out yesterday and won. So I'm not really too concerned about it, you know. Listen, the whole point of a stop loss is all the price between where you put your stop loss and where your entry is what I call the expected drawdown area. So you should expect price to play inside this area. Again, you're not perfect. You're not going to get these, you know, every time these sniper entries. Sometimes you will have to hold drawdown, whether it's 2 pips, 3 pips, 8 pips, 12 pips, 22 pips, or whatever, depending on what your stop loss is. We're running a 40 pip stop. You know, for me to have 18, 20 pips of drawdown is pretty normal on this. So I'm not freaking out. If it hits stop loss, it hits stop loss. You know, that's going to be the trade. I accept my risk. This is probably also, to be honest, my last trade of the week, right? Because we're already moving into Thursday. There's really no other setup on my radar except for maybe GJ, but it hasn't really done much today. So, I'm probably just going to hold what I have into the weekend. So, if the last trade of my week is a loser, then, so be it. I'm not really going to, cry over it. DXY accumulation on the 1 hour. Yeah, we were kind of looking at that idea. Again, like, see, even with this is why, again, like, even the DXY, I do expect a little bit lower. So I wouldn't be all that surprised if gold did want to take me out. I'm waiting to sell from the 19. Yeah, I mean, trust me, I know that area is good too. And I might even extend my stop too. You never know. And I have the equity to play. I've had a nice week. So who knows? I might even want to extend this to like, an additional like little 30 pips. Because me adding those 30 pips is not really me adding too much risk in terms of like dollar amounts. So yeah, I've had a fantastic week. I'm not too concerned. I typically don't like to execute around the New York Stock Exchange open. Yeah, that's fair enough. Typically at 9:30, yeah, I don't really, to be honest with you guys, I do a lot of my trading, either like early morning. Like I really like to trade between 5 and 8 a.m. Yeah, these entries after 10 a.m. are not really my thing. Am I looking at NASDAQ buys? Eventually. I think it's having an interesting day. Yes, it hasn't really done much today. On NASDAQ, I'm still waiting for it to come down below 11,200. I'm not going to get suckered into this on NASDAQ here. I don't believe it's ready. I don't believe it's ready. I want to see it go under this wick, possibly even a little bit lower. Traders make bad decisions because they don't know what side to pick. Yeah, people that say to not trade with a bias, I don't believe you can. Like when you push the button, that is your bias. The second you say I'm looking for something, like you have to have a bias. Otherwise, you have to just push both buttons, which doesn't do anything for you because you'll just lose out on the spread on both sides. So, like, yeah, obviously you have to have some sort of I'm a big fan of trading with a bias. You should have a bias. You shouldn't marry it, you shouldn't unlogically just continue to take it, but at the very least, you have to have some sort of sense of direction. What are my thoughts on oil? Listen, guys, I've really been trying not to look at oil. I know some friends that I traded with yesterday took some shorts up here on the liquidity sweep. I don't really see... Yeah, I mean, even these sellers, man, they're not that strong. There just wasn't that much strong selling that came in. There's no high volume sell here, so ultimately, I don't think this high sticks. I think that this is probably still going to remain bullish until again, logic based, I would be looking like here. So I don't specifically see anything on oil that I would want to take just yet. It looks like gold is gonna stop me out today. RIP to me. Oh, it hasn't even moved. Why does my MT4 look so much different than this? Oh, I guess it's not that different. Okay. The scale is just off. I'm waiting to sell that joint. We're waiting to sell what? Oil? Oil, yeah. Oil, I do suspect is possibly more bullish than people think. And I was a little early on the bull bias, which is not uncommon. But yeah, now, I mean, especially with the reaction, like, off of here, like, there's just no sell volume in this candle. Like, you're saying, unless today, for some reason, closes down, which it could do. I mean, in order for me to profit on gold, that's probably what has to happen here. But, yeah, I don't see anything I would want to take on oil. my faith in this gold is quickly dwindling down as we push for 1920 here. I do have my stops in, right? And if that breaks even, I could just re-enter that. Okay, cool. Cool. Family, anything else? What else we got in the chat here? Also, 1920 is very liquid, people. So yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. And this 19, I don't know, bro. That 1922 stop loss might not be it. Low key, I might be adjusting mine to like 1926, and just like if it wants to break out for like 1930, then just take me out. Like I'd rather just take the larger loss, I think, than to get liquidated at 1922. Like an amateur for it to just fall again. I'd rather just take the additional loss, I think. But yeah, again, we'll see. I'll monitor that by the moment. GJ is interesting too. I might have to close out these buys. Yeah, you know what? Let me close.
I was just about to ask you about your thoughts on GJ because that's really what I'm looking at right now as well.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I wanted to add my shorts above this area, and like the thing is, I'm pretty heavy long on it. I'm exposed long to it because like on the short side, I have maybe half a standard, but on the buy side, I have closer to like 5 standards. So like I'm like way more exposed to the buy side right now. So like I actually have a lot of stops like sitting right under here just because like I'd rather have the money than anything. So ideally I'd like to see it pop more, but I might not get that. Let me see. Did the boy Jordan Morgan take his loss? Is that why he sent me a gif? So bored. Yeah, me too, bro. Anything else? Or Kyle went to get breakfast.
No, I'm back.
Oh, you back? Oh, you have any updates on EU or USD CAD or anything you want to go over? Because I'm pretty much just holding my trades, and that's all I got for today.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, not really gonna take any more entries. Yeah, like you said, it is past 10, so I'm just gonna continue to hold out EU and accept risk. UCAD is already enough in profit that we're at break even. So yeah, I'm pretty much just gonna enjoy my morning. I do got a question for the chat though. Because I'm not gonna lie, Skaggs did put me on really hard to the Chick-fil-A breakfast. So I can understand why he's mad. What's y'all favorite breakfast, man? Like I think we had this one time on Skaggs stream. And I think it's good that we open it up to the mainstream. We need to hear everybody's favorite breakfast. And if you're one of those guys that you don't eat breakfast, I strongly urge you to start, especially if you're looking to hit the gym this year and, you know, get up there. Like,
just so you guys know, if you say pancakes, you're wrong.
I assure you there's going to be some people that say pancakes, bro. So I don't know if they're going to agree with you on that.
That's okay. I question whether or not you've ever had a good waffle or French toast if you say pancakes. Pancakes are fluffy, I get it. That's why I don't like them, because French toast.
Okay, I found the number one answer. Guyana bread and eggs. Shout out to you, bro. Straight from the mainland.
Straight from the mainland. I love it. We got egg and cheese on cocoa bread. No cap, I had cocoa bread for the first time back in Abel's hometown. I had no idea. I felt weird even ordering it. I'm like, this guy's gonna think I'm crazy saying cocoa bread. Had no idea what it was. Listen, maybe I'm not cultured enough. I don't know.
How you never had cocoa bread, bro?
Bro, I'm telling you, it's not a thing in my area, New York, bro. We had bacon, egg, and cheeses on just bagels and rolls, bro. There was never no cocoa bread, so I'm just saying it was good. I'm not even trying to talk no shit. It was good. It was definitely good, but
when we had the cocoa bread though, it wasn't even for breakfast. That was to eat a beef patty.
Oh yeah, I mean, well, yeah. To be fair, but the bread's the same. But yeah, the beef patty with the cocoa bread that go hard too.
But listen, man, I'm gonna be honest. If you ever grew up in the hood and you got corner stores, that's the go-to. Them cocoa bread and beef patties with cocoa bread and cheese and hot sauce. Some people put some lettuce in that thing. Woo! Yeah. Yeah, just brought me back to my home days, man. I'm gonna have to go back home just for a cocoa bread beef patty. They don't got none of that over here.
Yeah, now you're
They
gonna be
don't.
craving that because I know
It
you're
is.
not
They
gonna
don't
find that
really.
nowhere down here by us.
Not
It's
in
a fact.
North Carolina. Not specific. I mean, unless some of you guys are in Raleigh and know. And I'm only gonna get it from a corner store. Like I can't go to no. No, it has to be a corner store, cocoa bread, beef patty, Jamaican beef patty. I don't know of any areas over here in Raleigh, man. So I might have to go back home to specifically get that. Let's see. That's how I just said that. Corner stores sell tacos. I don't know if I'll trust any corner store tacos. I'm not even gonna lie.
Listen, tacos are best from the sketchiest looking carts and trucks on the street. I don't know about the corner store, but you see like some like broken down taco truck on the side of the street.
The ones that get
Not
audited by
yet.
the health inspector.
Yeah, 9 out of 10 times won't be fire. You may not feel good afterwards, but it'll be good going down for sure. You'll definitely enjoy. I'm a big fan of street tacos. Give me all that.
If they don't get audited by the health inspector every month, it's not valid.
I don't know. I don't know. You guys are saying some very interesting statements there.
Listen, you've never. Listen, you gotta live on the edge, bro. Don't be scared.
Oh no, if it's getting investigated by the health inspector.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't go that far. This boy Kyle
man.
bugging out. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that they're dirty. I'm just saying if they look, from the outside,
I mean,
the
I'm not gonna
appearance.
lie. Ray has this little one Chinese spot that looks pretty fire, man. I'm not gonna lie, that place looks like it'd be getting audited.
Listen, the holes in the walls are definitely the best, but the ones that are constantly getting audited, I'm good.
Yeah, nah, chill with that. By the way, family, listen, I moved my stop loss to 1925 on gold because I'm using GJ as a hedge. So the fact that GJ is moving up and I'm gaining equity there is allowing me to kind of hold my gold with more confidence. So I did extend my stop loss. If that's not your situation, you're gonna have to assess that and decide on where you want to put your stop. If you can't afford past 1922, you might just have to take the L on that. That's just the way that works. But I am using equity from my GJ trade because that's my heaviest position. I'm using this as a reason to stay in gold because once I exit GJ, that's more than likely when gold will be finally ready to move. So I that's just a little money management tick that I do. So don't be surprised if you see me again still in gold later after holding the drawdown. Because I will be using, GJ as a head. Like, if they both continue to move up, I'm still going to net profit. It's just I wouldn't profit as much as if I let it close. So it's doing is draining some of my future profit, which is a risk I'm willing to accept because, to be quite honest with you, I'll probably just end up selling more at a more appealing price anyway. So, yeah, annoyingly enough, that is what it is. Does anybody have anything else to say or go over? Otherwise, I do want to remind everybody about tomorrow because, again, guys, you guys have like literally less than 12 hours to finish signing up for the masterclass. It is happening in one day, and it's happening tomorrow night, so about a day and 8 hours away from that. So again, make sure you guys, if you have not already grabbed your spot, make sure you guys go grab that. Feel free to share it with anybody you want to share it with, but we're going to go in tomorrow for sure. But yeah, that's all I really got for the stream, family. Anybody else? No? Seems like we are good. Please send the link for the music. Alright, I got you. Hold on. Let me send the link for the music for y'all real quick. Hold on. There's the video I use for the music in the morning. Kyle, did you have something to say before I shut it down?
Sign up for the Profit Society webinar. ProfitSociety.co/launch is the last day to sign up. If you do not sign up, we cannot guarantee a spot on the webinar tomorrow. Let's get it. That's all I have to say. Hope we have a great trading morning. You guys on the vibes. I'll see you guys in the next session.
Bet. Family, this is Skag on behalf of Profit Society, and we're tuning out. We will see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy your day. If you need, hold on. If you're still here, if you need help with the trading journal, DM me on Instagram @byskag or just the official Profit Society channel. DM us on Instagram and I will get you sorted. That goes for anybody. I don't know why the video wasn't working for you, but we'll get it sorted. Appreciate you. I'll see you there.